Hello YouTube, my name is Misa Perfect and welcome to the second in a three-part series of advanced tutorials for Numantian games. They are billions. In part 1 we covered the different trainable units and their statistics. In today's advanced tutorial we will take a deeper look into the different offensive and defensive structures you can build as well as strategies for your defenses. The only offensive structure you have access to at the start of the game is the Soldier Center. Every other structure is unlocked through a progression of Woodshop, Stone Shop, and Foundry. The Soldier Center is a hub for training offensive units. The Ranger and Soldier are available from the start of the game, though each requires resources as well as gold to train. The Sniper is also trained from this building, though the Sniper must be researched from the Woodshop. The Engineering Center is your hub for training advanced offensive units. The Engineering Center is unlocked through the progression of Woodshop and Stone Shop. Once built, the Engineering Center offers the ability to train Lucifer units. Advanced units Thanatos and Titan must be researched from the Foundry. Other offensive structures you can unlock through research include the Ballista, Executor, Shock Tower, Lookout Tower, and Radar Tower. They are billions, has 6 different trainable units. 2 are available at the start of the game, while the other 4 require advanced buildings to be researched and built to varying degrees. Further, 3 of these units are able to become veterans, while the other 3 have their stats remain the same regardless of their kill count. From left to right, you have the Ranger, Soldier, Sniper, all of which can become veterans. Your more advanced units of Lucifer, Thanatos, and Titan stay the way they are. For more information on these units, please follow the link at the end of the video for part 1 of the 3-part series covering the different units available. Ballistas require a research cost of 700 gold and the building of a workshop. Ballistas cost 500 gold and 20 wood. They also have 1000 health points. Ballistas are your second line of defense as your base grows. While it is relatively easy to survive the first few invasions with only rangers and soldiers, the difficulty ramps up quickly. By wave 3 you want to be building at least 1 ballista at each section of wall to fortify and protect as you move the bulk of your force to explore and clear the map. Ballistas fire silently and do not attract the attention of nearby zombies. Ballistas also do a small amount of area of effect splash damage. Executors require research and the building of a woodshop, stone shop, and foundry.
Building completed.
The Executor is to a ballista what a bow and arrow is to a machine gun. These are your automated turrets and are your next line of defense as invasion numbers increase. By the 3rd to 4th wave you want to be upgrading invasion sites to Executors. The high rate of fire and AoE damage makes the Executor a lovely addition to any defense. Please do note, however, the high upkeep for an Executor. It might be best to balance your upgrading of ballistas to Executors on a required basis. Whereas ballistas fire silently and do not attract the attention of nearby zombies, Executors make noise and will draw attention. Shock towers also require research and the building of a wood shop and stone shop. Shock towers have 2000 health points. The shock tower has a smaller targeting range, but it makes up for it with a charged area of effect. Every few seconds, the shock tower will release a targeted energy blast that will devastate low-level zombies and cause a slight pushback. Shock towers do, however, cost a significant amount of energy to operate and thus must be balanced with the building of power plants. The yellow bar underneath the shock tower's health indicates the amount of charge and when it is ready to fire. Lookout towers cost 300 gold and 10 wood. The lookout tower is a cheap way to expand your view of the map, decide on optimal scouting paths, and to get advance notice as to which wall is going to be attacked in an invasion. Research through the woodshop. Lookout towers expand your view of the map by 24 tiles. The radar tower costs 800 gold, 10 wood, 10 stone, and 10 iron. The radar tower is a more expensive way to expand your view of the map. Just like the lookout tower, the radar tower offers additional map information. Research through the woodshop, stone shop, and foundry. Radar towers expand your vision of the map by 40 tiles. Defensive structures include wood walls, wood gates, wood towers. Stone walls, stone gates, stone towers. Wood spikes, razor spikes. Wood walls, wood gates, and wood towers are the only structures you have available at the start of the game. Everything else requires research. Wood walls cost 3 wood and 10 gold. Wood gates, 10 wood, 50 gold. Wood walls have 400 health. Wood gates have 600 health. Wood walls are your first line of defense as your base grows. Generally, you want to be walling off the perimeter of your base by the time the first invasion comes. Shortly after the first invasion, many hordes start coming from all directions to test your defenses. Walls can be built in rows of 2 to join. It is possible and encouraged as your game progresses to make double walls and to even fortify your base by adding a second layer of walls and turrets. Please note that gates can be used when they are being built. Wood towers have 800 health and cost 120 gold and 10 wood. If you are too poor to build a ballista, want some extra height behind your defenses, or just want to park your old troops somewhere, then wood towers are great. Cheap to build and good in a pinch to fortify a wall, wood and stone towers can each hold 4 units. Wood towers provide your occupying units with an additional 2 spaces in attack range. Stone walls cost 3 stone and 30 gold. Stone gates, 3 wood, 6 stone, 200 gold. Stone walls have 1000 health, stone gates 1500. Stone walls are a great upgrade for your defenses as larger hordes invade. Generally, you want to be upgrading 2 stone walls around the third invasion. Just like your wood walls, stone walls can be built in rows of 2. Stone walls must be researched from the stone shop. Please note that wood walls and stone walls automatically join together. So if you put one wall section beside another at either an angle or directly beside, it will automatically join. Stone towers cost 450 gold, 10 wood, and 10 stone. Stone towers must be researched through a stone shop. Stone towers have 2000 health. Just like the wood tower, the stone tower offers extra height and a place to park old troops. Should your defenses fall, the stone tower allows your units to keep firing a little longer as the added defense holds the tower in place for a few more seconds. It is important to note that towers only take up 1 tile and have substantially more health than wall segments. Towers cannot be placed in adjacent squares. That being said, if you have a wall that you are concerned will fall to a horde, you can fortify your wall segment with a stone tower for a boost to wall longevity. Stone towers provide your occupying units with an additional 3 spaces in attack range. Wood spikes cost 3 wood and 30 gold. They have 100 health each. Wood spikes are a cheap way to add a little extra defense should your walls need a boost to fortification. While the spikes do a small amount of damage to enemies passing through them, wood spikes truly shine in their slowing of units passing through them. This allows your towers or units a few more moments before they are attacked. Razor wire costs 3 iron and 100 gold and have 200 health. Razor wire is the more expensive and boosted version of wood spikes. Razor wire does a substantial amount of damage and is great for slowing and shredding enemies. Pair a few rows of razor wire with a turret or a few Lucifer units and watch enemies melt. Wood spikes require the building of a woodshop. Razor wire requires the building of a foundry. When it comes to setting up your defenses, utilize natural choke points to the best of your ability. Later maps have less natural structures to use, which makes them all the more useful. If your enemies have limited avenues of entry into your base, you can create highly effective kill zones with bottlenecks. That being said, putting all your hopes in one wall that is stopping a horde from a straight shot to your residential district or your command center is a risk. Whenever you can, create multiple layers of defenses. While walls do have the primary goal of stopping the enemy of coming into your base, if you build wall structures out away from your base, you can force your enemies to funnel into smaller areas. Less damage on your wall means your defenses fire longer. Pair these kill zones with spikes or razor wire for added destruction.
They are attacking the colony defenses.
When it comes to building wall segments, it is encouraged for you to have double, sometimes even triple thick walls. Spaces in between your walls can be utilized for building turrets. If you are, however, building these double, sometimes triple thick walls, remember that it's best to build out away from your base, not coming in closer towards it. When you're building your walls, try your best to avoid building defenses right against the edge of the map. If your wall is at the edge of the world, then you have lost the ability to create kill zones and place slowing traps. If you plan to build multiple layers of defenses, understand that the ones against the map will be your furthest line. Protect your Tesla towers. They are the lifeline to your base. If the only Tesla tower you have to a turret is destroyed, that tower then becomes useless. If you find you have turrets in an isolated area, not only should you be protecting those turrets, but also the Tesla tower. The Repair All button is a great tool to have in your belt. This button will trigger all damaged structures to be repaired. Pay attention that when you use this button, there is no set prioritization for repairs. It might be best to micromanage your repairs if you are strapped for cash or resources. For a list of invasion times, plus or minus a day, look in the description section below the video. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Misa Perfect, and thank you for joining me today for this advanced offensive and defensive structure tutorial of Numantian games They Are Billions. If you found this video useful, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. If you have any questions, comments, or offensive and defensive tips, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Lastly, if you haven't already done so, like always, I highly recommend you make your way over to Steam and download this title.